Octagon, and I don't know where we're gonna get
I
it.
mean, we're in a stop sign museum and I can't find octagons. I don't know why they let us in here in our search. Seems pointless.
Because it's a stop sign museum and they need anyone they can to be admitted to the museum so it doesn't go out of business.
They need at least 2 visitors, like, every month.
Yep.
Else they lose their fun.
Yeah. Jack Black's cool, though. Sure, he might have a little bit of trouble finding an octagon, but, you know, sometimes that's how life goes. Sometimes you're looking for the octagon.
That's why in that museum they just need to slap question marks on all the octagons. So even if you find one, you can't be sure that it is, because it's a question mark.
There might be the tiniest little, like, scrape on one of the, like, corners, so that it's actually 9-sided.
Mm-hmm. It tests you to your... Man... It's so weird.
But, yeah, last time we had left off, you guys, were a little rude to some very friendly and helpful spacefaring fellows who had found a Imperial freighter.
I tried to be nice.
Yeah.
We tried diplomacy.
He was just too stubborn.
You'd offered him a deal he couldn't accept.
Well, that's his problem, not
It's like
mine.
the false hand of friendship.
Hey, if he couldn't accept it, that's on him.
In reality, though, you just ruined some pirate's day and saved a Imperial freighter, which is a good plan.
Good deed.
Good deed, indeed.
Because I've already... Well, okay, I say good deed. It was for selfish reasons. Completely selfish reasons. I would not have done it otherwise.
As long as they benefit another person.
As long as it benefits me.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Enough, I'll help.
The motto of the rogue trader. What's in it for me? It's pretty much the standard. Also, can you hear that in the background?
Nope.
Okay, cool. Anyway. Yeah, but last time you left off, that's what happened, and now we find ourselves back at Varus, I believe.
Yep. I got the void suits.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed you did.
We stopped. We got paid.
You did.
It's nice.
You guys were trying to figure out what your next,
Because I want to go to that feudal world to check out the mission they have. To get the specifics on it. That was my plan. Out of actions. Where we go.
Yeah, so you're going to, what, send a... Well, actually, I mean, as far as the contract was saying, it was basically talking about more being sent in person, so sending a long-range message wouldn't probably be very fruitful.
Going there in person.
Yeah.
Going there in person, showing up in force. Don't take that the wrong way. I'm not, trying to... It's more like a intimidation thing, or just awe.
I mean, we have the awe-inspiring Imperator trait for our ships, so that's given.
Oh, that reminds me, I should probably pop that up.
Oh, I'm sorry, Kyle. Your ship, Captain.
Refer to him as Captain. It won't make it go to his head or anything.
Well, the Commissar was about to aim his bolt pistol at me, so I had to change my words.
I forgot. What do I need to do to get you sanctioned for it? I guess I should ask Chad that.
Sanctioning is a process in which you would basically have to make contact with the Inquisition and they would,
It's
and
already
then
questionable.
they would question for it about the sanctioning process. And provided his intentions are at least agreeable to the Inquisitor, he would then need to be brought coreward to a place. Doesn't have to be Terra, but a place where they can sort of do a, let's say a indoctrination camp sort of deal, where they kind of educate him on the glorious
Like
light of
a-
the God Emperor and teach him, his ways. And
Man, you get to go to summer camp.
it's a bit
I
different
get
for
a
him.
brochure.
Well, it depends. It might not be different from him. It depends on if he reveals if he's a psyker. But he'd
think
basically
Raven
get
would rather
a full
or just
Imperium
fuck off.
education, skewed in such a way that sort of teaches him how he is inferior and humans are superior. Get out of here. And after
Raven
that,
would probably just leave.
and
Just
after
be like, well, if that's how it is, goodbye.
and then after that, provided he makes his pledges and whatnot to the God Emperor, he will be allowed to serve in his name, under your possession, of course. And he would
Is that
be
something
marked.
you'd be willing to go through?
No. Dre would just be like, yeah, you do that, and then just disappear on the world or something.
Well,
Just take one of the shuttles and fly around.
Of course. If he's found to, of course, be a non-sanctioned Xenos on your ship and like an Inquisitor finds out, then you're just,
then we all die, including me. Which
Well,
is
let's
the
make
most
sure
important.
the Inquisition doesn't find out.
Well, see, that's like a thing where it's like,
my
yeah, let's just
gosh.
make sure they don't. It's like, well, I mean, you're the reason you made this situation.
Indeed. But, it's... For some Xenos, especially the more prideful ones, it's a bit of an arduous process, but it's not impossible.
Nothing to be proud about.
It's less painful than it would be if he was trying to somehow get sanctioning as a psyker as a Xenos. That's a whole nother can of worms. And since you're not going to be probably doing either of those, we don't need to worry about it. Hopefully. Until you all die. But anyway, so you guys want to just do a warp jump then?
Yep.
To Ridamaron?
We'll swim around in God Emperor's Scourge for a few
Sure.
days.
We could, we could just sublight it.
There's some,
How long would it take, Sublight, Chad?
You're just like 20 feet.
Yeah, it's like 20
Easy.
feet.
it depends on how many generations you're willing to go through.
Well, I have
Well, all
look
be
at my staff down here.
Alright, so this is the game in which,
Plenty-
your
plenty of
great-great-grandchildren will take over.
It's fine.
Surprisingly,
great great grandchildren, and then me still.
yeah. Be awkward. Or, you could just travel the warp, like...
We're going to
Sane
South Warp,
people.
but it's just a question.
Yeah, no, I getcha. Sublight speed for traveling between systems, pretty much insanity.
We need insanity.
Do you? But anyway, a couple of things. What
So-
warp drive did you have?
Normal one?
A normal one?
The
Okay.
normal.
Cool.
So the warp jump isn't any different.
And then you have a standard Geller field, and your star charts are up to date. Okay. Let's see here, how far is that? Let's say it's like a base 5-day journey. Time parity be a little higher for this one, because you are going through the Scourge. And let's see if this works. Alrighty. Interesting. I think that's right. Or is that warp travel? Maybe that's what that was. Maybe I should change that. Anyway, yeah. So you guys jump into the warp and begin your trip to Ridamaron, and you know, as far as the standard affairs that you deal with on your ship, all seems to be all right. You don't have any people going insane that you're seeing, or creatures, you know, melting out of the walls and trying to devour your life essence.
That's good.
That's disappointing.
And yeah, you're traveling for about 1.5 days, and oh, that makes more.
Did you
Okay.
miss something?
That's why that's such a high number. Interesting.
It's a,
So you guys, yeah, you're in the warp for about 1.5 days, and you exit the warp exactly where you need to be, right around, not in the orbit of Ridamaron. That'd be kind of
We're on
questionable.
the planet.
You release the energies of the warp onto Ridamaron as you warp Riv, just like right next to him. But yeah, you pop out of Ridamaron.
Okay.
This is odd. Your galactic calendar says that you have arrived well ahead of what the trip would have probably taken. Your navigator assumed it'd probably take about 5 days real time, and it's taken negative 17.5 days.
Second warp jump, already gone back in time.
technically third. Fourth, actually.
Yeah,
Whatever.
quite the time leap, but I'll go ahead and move you guys. Oh, I was gonna move you guys, so you didn't let me move you. There
Hold
we
on,
go.
I have a question. How the fuck?
Suddenly, Barbosa.
Hold on. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. I have a question because this has. How does this all work? If I jumped ahead, if I jump back so far to before I destroy the pirates, are the pirates still dead? If I wait that 17 days, or did I just?
Well, the only way we can know for sure is if we go back to the Ferris
or-
and ask, hey, are people
I'm
still
asking out of character.
harassed?
I'm asking out of character. Like, does it just what was real time for me? Do I just not exist there anymore, and this is what it is now?
You will have to find out in character. This is not something I will answer for you out of character.
Oh fuck! Because
Warp travel is fucking insane.
Warp travel.
if that's the case, that would literally destroy everything.
Well, the thing is, we already have all the wealth on the ship. So does that mean that for
Did
some
we
reason
duplicate everything?
we either duplicated it or they never had it to begin with?
I love how just this first jump and Cal's just like, what does this even mean?
10 minutes into the game,
How
and
old was
we've
that
broken
mission?
the timeline.
What if the mission was only issued like 10 days ago? What if they don't What if they don't know they need a VIP transferred yet?
You guys did spend some time traveling up to get the pirates and then back, so
Oh, it is.
it's a fairly
yeah,
old
but
enough.
Basically, what we've done is, I think what did you say, 17 and a half?
Yep.
I think we might be back in time before the first session took place.
because it took about 8 days.
Because we also had super good warp jumps where it only took like
Because we spent
day in
about
real space or something?
maybe 10 days doing all the first session stuff, warping around.
the thing is, our navigator kept doing it where we were like 5 days in the warp, but only 1 day in real time or something.
Yeah, you had a
So-
couple of moments like that.
So we've had shorter journeys, so I don't think it's been 17 minutes. So technically, we're before we even left Netheris to go fight the pirates.
Also, if we jump back right now and nothing goes wrong, would I have never have been there in the first place, or would I see me again?
Pretty sure you won't see yourself again, because if that was a possibility, then real space would probably collapse into the interior.
That's what I'm saying.
Horus,
This is
freaking
crazy.
travels to the warp. Now there's two of him. Huh. Why don't we fight the Emperor together?
Well, he missed the rendezvous that future him was setting up. And so past Horus died to the Emperor, while future Horus is still out there.
Okay, this is getting into some weird stuff. Anyway, what do you guys want to do now that you're en route to Ridamaron? Well, you're at Ridamaron. It's the planet that you guys are going to. Which is, let's see here. It's actually a planet named after the system itself, so it's Ridamaron 4.
I guess I'll.
Which is the feudal world.
Was I told where on Ridamaron I need to go to actually discuss these terms for the mission?
Well, I mean, they have like Vox if you wanted to like communicate with some planet officials and try to figure it out.
Okay, well, I just didn't know if I was told back at Natharis.
The details
Yeah,
of like
Maybe
where to
some-
go weren't quite clear, but there was a name. The person who had left the request was a Mr. Troll Wheel. Let me
Hmm.
wait, like it. And there you
Oh,
go.
fucking hell. That's
Oh,
not
yeah.
even like a weird, just, it's pronounced wheel. That's just straight up wheel.
I also found a replacement commissar if ours ever dies.
What? Oh, it won't let me.
I would never allow him on my ship. I guess I'll fucking box with the planet, try to find this person,
All right, yeah.
or at least ask about him.
How do you present yourself? Like, are you just saying that
I
you're
will.
okay?
I'll state my name and basically say I've arrived for some sort of VIP escort assignment that I picked up on Natharis, and I'm looking for said person, Chol Wheel, for the details and see if the request is still valid.
Yeah. Well, luckily, feudal worlds, even though they like to stay feudal, they have to at least maintain Vox running, since otherwise it would not be able to communicate with Imperial ships in orbit. So yeah, you there's a bit of let's see here. Yeah, they can direct you to a location on the planet, close to one of the more populated city areas, where they say that Mr. Wheel will be able to meet you. They're asking what your ETA would be.
I could just. Well, I'm in orbit right now, right?
At this point, yeah.
And they gave me the coordinates.
Yeah.
I can be there in a couple minutes.
There's a very confused person on the other end of the box. Are you arriving in drop pod or?
No, just tell him I'll arrive shortly.
Very well. And yeah, he signs off.
I'm just gonna teleport.
All right, what are you bringing with you when you teleport down?
murder.
And who are you bringing?
I will bring. Not Forehead, sorry, Forehead, but
Yeah. Definitely not a densely
I
populated.
hope you
human city.
understand.
It's a
Draven
feudal world.
understands. Yeah, that just means the Inquisition rides horses, not like death bikes.
Just literally the Spanish Inquisition. It's just
I will
there.
bring.
It's the Russian Inquisition.
Um. I will. You know what? There's probably going to be some paperwork involved setting up this deal. So I might as well bring my administrative person and a few guards just to
Alma.
show power.
Yeah, you can bring your
Alma Hawking Yale.
administratum. Yep.
It might be a
Sure.
bit mundane, but there might be
Hey, at least you don't have to do the
some
paperwork then,
details
right?
that need to be worked out.
Yeah, and you're bringing guards. Are you bringing, like, your commander guard people, or are you...
No.
Okay.
I'm bringing like just some basic, just
Dude, bring your murder circuit boards. It'll be fine.
It might be a little weird. Yeah. I'll just bring a couple. Just normal,
Sure.
not boarding specialists. Since I
So
don't-
your away team will look
fucking-
like this or something.
yeah,
Sure.
that works.
Yeah, so you,
So I still like
lightning
I
bolt
like it, but-
teleport down to the planet. Just...
Yep.
There's like a man, like some farm oaf walking by who drops all his cabbages and runs away, screaming.
My cabbages. What is this, Avatar?
Hey, it's a legitimate vegetable. You can't.
Teleport into the cabbage stand and turn half cabbage, half human.
Oh
That's one of the
God!
things I love about goddamn Avatar: The Legend of Korra.
I haven't
Because
seen it.
that guy, his ancestors just move on to having a cabbage corporation.
Yeah.
That
It's,
sounds
it's
great.
just it's just an entire business. It's fucking great.
Yeah. But yeah, beyond
Like a factory that produces
beyond the
cabbage.
screaming farm oaf, there's a couple of people who are dressed a bit more.
There's a dragon!
That'd be amazing. No, but beyond the screaming farm oaf, there's a couple of people who are dressed in a bit more of a lively regalia than the standard people that you see milling around. Where you've touched down, rather, seems to be a kind of clear, sort of a square, cobblestone paved area in what looks to be pretty typical Dark Ages style city, as it were. You got, your sluiceways and all sorts of buildings on top of buildings, dangerously close together. Fire hazards everywhere, really, but they don't know enough about it to really be intelligent. But yeah, there's a slightly shorter, kind of balding, portly man who kind of seems to take initiative and walk towards you. He's like, yes, hello. Yes. Yeah,
This
exactly.
fox
But
gave me this weed.
he kind of looks to you and says, "You are the rogue trader, I presume?"
Yes,
So posh.
Posh.
It's a nice balmy
indeed.
day.
Indeed.
And you said you received this contract where exactly?
The planet of the Tharis.
It's very strange. I was just writing it.
Son of a bitch.
Dude, time
He,
travel.
he kind of like gives you kind of like a wary glare as he's like, nonetheless, I suppose you.
Hey, we got
arrived in the nick
We
of
came
time,
down-
actually.
We came down literally in like seconds. Don't think you can get in the terrace.
I don't know if this person's from the feudal world or not, so I don't know if I want to say warp travel is a fickle thing.
He's not running away screaming like the farm elf.
Yeah, but oh, he's more.
Like, that is a thing you remember from the Dark Heresy game. Most of the time, the noble families on the feudal world at least understand that there's, like, better tech.
They're more technologically advanced.
It's
I
just
don't
that the
want to,
peasants can't handle the idea of...
They can't handle
Ex-
the truth.
Pretty much. It's too much for their tiny minds to comprehend. They need time to evolve, so... They are left to their own, savage devices, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
But it says, very strange. Not sure what to make of it, but you're here, and that's what matters.
Fucking, God damn it! This is just gonna be the basis of what I'm gonna experience throughout this campaign. Fucking just weird shit.
That's a Rogue Trader and the Warp and anything having to do with 40k in general, but he kind of says, as I'm sure you're aware, I suppose, as he kind of like he's like holding the quill in his hand, just kind of like frowning, or maybe not. But oops, where is it? We sent out a missive because the princess of the ruling noble family here is getting ready for her sojourn to Incarnamine. Sojourn.
You said it in such a weird, like you're doing an accent thing. I'm like, what the fuck are you saying? Continue.
And so we needed VIP access, but
Oh.
gosh, now I'm starting to. I don't even know where I'm taking this accent. I gotta go more posh and less like James Bond. But anyway, there's been complications as I was just writing about. It appears a off-world
Really needs to get over.
extremist group has.
Off-world. Did he say off-world extremist group?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Has apparently decided to infiltrate their way here and seize the young princess.
God damn it. Didn't know it was a rescue mission.
Well, I didn't know it would be one either.
No, I wasn't saying like God
Quite
damn it.
frustrating indeed.
But,
And our soldiers, not well equipped to handle them. You see, they brought off-world tech. Very frustrating. Against our codes.
well, have no fear. I will get your princess back.
Of course, there will
Deal
be
with these.
recompense for this added service.
Of course, there will be.
Shaking his jowls. Like,
Yeah, pretty much.
you're talking to like Churchill right
We would,
now. On the beaches, we'll get our princess back.
we would appreciate the assistance. Who? I never caught your name. As he kind of
yeah.
extends a hand.
I will slap it. No, I'll shake his hand.
Nice. You get a nice, good sweat
Say that.
on your hand from that,
Um,
and some grease.
I'll say
They don't
that
bathe much.
I am Decimus Tiberius.
Long name. Mind if I call you Desi? That sounds.
That's what my mother calls me.
What a coincidence! I'm your father, but you were just born. How'd you get here? How far back did we go? No. Man, wouldn't that be a trip?
Decimus,
Literally.
whatever you do,
Like a
make sure
trip
your
in
dad
time
doesn't get
and
kicked
just
in the
a trip.
balls.
Okay. I kick him in the balls. I instantly just disappear with a pop.
Like, the minute you make contact. Like,
Anyway, you may refer to me as Mr. Teal.
Huh? Oh.
I am the seneschal of this fair city.
That's why.
Anyway, if you make any preparations you need, and contact me, and we'll take you to the site where they have fortified.
Oh fuck, this is gonna be interesting. Because, oh man, I hope these guys aren't expecting teleportation technology to be used to rescue the princess. Because it's gonna be used to rescue the princess.
Nice.
I'll say that I'm prepared to see the site right now.
Excellent. Yes, warm day. Anyway, let's...
Mondays.
No, he said warm day.
Oh.
Mondays.
Fucking hate Mondays.
Random off-worlders throwing around their fancy technology. And he says, yes, follow me then. We'll go by carriage.
What? What?
I'll ask him how long he thinks it will be to get to the destination.
They've taken hold of an old mill tower outside the city a bit, in the fields. An hour, perhaps.
I'll tell him that if he doesn't mind using some off-world technology, we can get there in a far shorter amount of time if he has other things he needs to do today while I handle this. Because I don't think it will take long to deal with these extremists.
Staying within the technology confines of this world is perhaps for the best. I had things to do. He kind of like looks at his quill again, but I suppose my schedule's freed up a bit.
I could totally just fucking go back to my ship, warp for a little bit, and try to come back even earlier before they can.
Before they even steal. Extremists are about to steal your princess, so I'm preemptively stealing her.
That's good. You know, just jump into the warp to try to get questionable things to happen. That doesn't go bad ever.
Hey,
I thought that's what Kyle said he was gonna do at like the start.
well, fuck it. I guess we go by goddamn carriage then if he doesn't wanna.
Yes, quite. But
we should really get like chimeras or something on the ship, so you could just like drop them.
Once we get a larger ship, and I can have some actual cargo holds to hold things like vehicles.
vehicle base, yeah.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
Dropping some, dreadnoughts down onto the planet.
Oh. Get a couple rhinos.
Do you mind if I bring my own carriage? You just like freaking drop down a Bane blade.
Fucking Bane blade. I drop it. It just lands on his house.
Oh gosh.
Just an Imperial Knight.
No.
Oh.
I'm like, let me get mine. I go behind a bush, come back out with a Bane blade.
But yeah. Anyway, you
There you go. I was making a reference. Shit, didn't care.
But anyway, you keep traveling, and you go outside the city limits a little bit to where you see, the standard fields and whatnot that usually surround a city of this time period. Though perhaps they aren't super atypical for you folks, as you are civilized. But
Hmm.
you do see a kind of a
I am Rome.
yeah.
These are barbarians.
You see a kind of a rundown looking mill tower. Looks to be made of a standard like a stone, though the mill like wings that turn the grinder seem to have mostly withered and rotted away. And let's see here. As you get closer, you notice on the upper levels of the granary there seems to be a couple of people on really all the four sides of the granary that are kind of keeping an eye out, and they seem to notice your approach, though they aren't doing anything yet.
Is there like a hill near the mill I can stand on and stare at them from?
There is not a hill
I'll
that
just bring
leads
the
up.
box. I need you to drop a hill at my location. Just a bunch of dirt falls from orbit.
Orbital dirt. Quick, go back in time and get it so it'll
Just
be
like
here.
1,000 of his soldiers, just like patting it down, like make it into a hill.
Yeah, there's not a hill that like leads exactly to the top of it, but sure, there's like a grassy knoll that kind of that doesn't exactly go like half up, but maybe like a quarter up, but it's probably like a good 500
Well,
meters
I don't need
off.
to be like as tall as the mill. I just need to be
Oh.
like on an elevated location to where they can see me easier,
Yeah, that's doable.
so they know.
I mean, are you moving? Are you getting out of the carriage and on footing to the?
Well, how far are we from it in the carriage right now? Are we stopping?
The carriage stopped about like a good 300 meters out, and Mr. Wheel will kind of say, I will dare not go further. They have long-ranged weaponry.
Hmm.
You can see a few of our knights already tried to liberate the princess.
I look out there. There's just hundreds of bodies just toward the.
Well,
in
that's
between
sure.
us in the mill.
Like,
There's probably
It's all
at least a
dead.
good 20. It looks like people armored in some sort of like full plate get up. All of them appear to have been armed with swords and shields of some sort. Some had maces, some had axes, but all of them appear to be on the ground, unmoving. A few of them you can, well, from this
Stalwart
distance. it's-
defenders, I see.
Yeah, Joel actually does look a bit flustered. He's like, oh, yes, how dare they bring their off-worlder attacking our fair city.
I'll kind of ask him what kind of information, if he has any information on these off-worlders, if he knows how many of them there are, or like any specifics on them, what they brought, or why they would do this.
Right.
Why
Let's
they're doing it, rather. Are they looking for a ransom, or are they just like trying to make a point?
They demanded trade the princess for the king. Of course, we cannot allow that.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. They captured the princess to use her as a bartering chip to trade the princess to have the king prisoner?
Well, you see, the princess is the king's only existing child at the moment, and as such, she is very dear to him.
Okay.
It's possible that if he believed them to release her safely, he might actually be compelled to do it. At the moment, we are keeping this information secreted for now, lest anything drastic happen.
Very good. Well, I guess I'll step out of the carriage and
Do be careful. crossbows with quite loud percussions. I believe they are often referred to as guns by you off-worlders.
Oh shit! I love this guy. Okay. Oh, I guess I'll just say to him that I will take it from here, and the princess will soon be returned to His Majesty.
Thank you. You said specifics. The leader referred to himself as Graf. He...
Graph paper.
Another horrible invention by these dirty outworlders. It's too ordered and neatly. What are we, some primitives to them? They have to flaunt it on their paper.
Oh shit!
He
God.
He did not say much, but there was mention of a group called Serpent's Vehemence. I am not familiar with them, but I do not know if it will help.
I will thank him for his information.
Yeah. He nods and begins pulling out like a bread and cheese wedge.
I will.
Yeah.
I'll tell him if he wishes to wait here, he can watch. Or
Yes.
well, I think he does have a lot of free time, so he probably will stay there.
Kind of nods. Well, so we'll be here to see to the princess's safety, of course, and inspire the those who need inspiration.
Inspire. Wait, okay.
I had my tour of the Unification Wars, you know.
Oh. Ooh, oh god, he's gonna start telling war stories about all these. Is there? Can I notice? Is there like the local military? Have they set up like a perimeter?
Yeah.
Around the windmill. Or?
Besides the knights that are lying
Mill.
down, there's more. Like looks like knights and bowmen, and there's even a siege crew that have got a catapult at the ready.
Just in case they kill her, we're gonna make sure she's dead.
Well, you know, it's kind of like that thing, like, you know, the only way you're getting out of this is if she gets out alive, right? So, you know. At least that's the idea.
Obviously, this is a multiple-story mill.
Yeah. Think of like a
So it's
big...
a semi-large structure, then.
Yeah, it's... I mean, you could probably fit, like 3 chimeras inside of it if the door was wide enough.
Okay.
Like, it's a pretty round mill.
Mm.
So what you're saying is one Bane blade.
What's that skill that lets you bring a Bane blade in from, like, anywhere? It's like, under this floorboard! But,
Okay.
yeah.
It's called tactical genius.
Nice.
Can I get? Do I need to call someone down here to get an accurate reading on the exact coordinates of that mill, or is it easy?
I mean,
enough
you have, like, locators
You're
on...
right.
yeah.
Because
Well, I
you
should.
used the teleportarium, so you have, like, a teleportarium locator on you, I assume.
Yeah.
So then that's, like, basically, like, the equivalent of, like, a broadcasting GPS.
Okay.
So, like, they can...
Well,
Because
I can
otherwise they
just
wouldn't be able to
deduce
bring
from
you
the
back,
distance I
right?
am from the mill what the coordinates are, and easily.
They can, yeah. People on the ship.
Yeah.
Do you have long-range Vox?
Well, is that? Well, because I didn't specifically buy.
I guess
it
she would.
off-
Yeah,
out of
that's
hand,
fine.
or
Yeah.
offhand, rather.
I mean, do you have a Vox caster? 'Cause
I
those
should
can
have a
contact-
Vox caster.
Those can contact ships up in orbit, so...
I just didn't go out of my way to like requisition one
Unless
Like,
they're used
personally-
for the ship.
because there wasn't an option for when getting the ship, so I didn't know if one just came with the ship or not automatically.
It's not one of
since-
the essential components. It was probably just something you have.
What, Vox? Every ship has long-range Vox. It's just part of their, like, command bridge. Like, it's part of the bridge is your Vox. But, like, I was just not sure if you had a portable unit or if you just had, like, microbeads or something.
Well, would I have needed to personally...
You could have just had
like,
somebody bring it down if you'd wanted.
Yeah. If that's cool, or I can just get someone else.
Sure.
To just
It's not like something you're going to do a requisition for because you can instantly get it.
Yeah, I just didn't know
Yeah.
how it is. Because I want to just fucking strike team teleport into the mail and just slaughter them.
Mm.
Fucking go in fast and
Hard.
dangerous.
Yeah.
I mean, not dangerous, but because basically what I was thinking, is there a cooldown
Whoops.
between teleports? Like a minimum time between I have to wait to be
I
able to
mean-
be teleported back, or
No, not. I mean, there's like you gotta like calibrate your new coordinates, but I mean, in theory, no.
because my idea is teleport in, with a group of soldiers, obviously. Me instantly, like, just going straight for finding the princess, grabbing her, and teleporting her out to safety, while my men...
It'd probably be like a delay of like a matter of like it'd be less than a minute for sure.
Okay, because I just... So I can
Yeah.
maximize the chances of her living, and so I can mop everyone else up without worrying about her being killed in the crossfire.
Sure.
Um,
It'd be like a matter of if you wanted to. Yeah, I mean, they, obviously, ship side they'd be getting ready if that's the instructions you wanted to give them to like prepare for another retrieval. Because you're definitely not using your max teleportarium capacity, because you only have like 4 out of like the 10 or 12 you could have. So
I get well. I would keep the 2 guards I have with me, or I mean, with my administrator
Mhm.
person, just to keep her safe since she's still with me.
right,
And I'd try to be. I would want to personally lead this mission, you know, to
yeah.
make sure because I'm the captain of the ship. I'm gonna do this job. I better do it.
Yeah,
personally,
the
so
administratum, Alma, she kind of looks to you, and I guess you're like kind of mulling over the plan with her, she kind of like draws her auto pistol and asks if like you're wanting her to accompany you in the combat.
No. She
Okay.
can stay here with the 2 guards.
She's perfectly happy to do that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna risk her. She's not combat personnel. That's like last resort.
I mean, if you're on a ship, you at least know how to fire a gun. Otherwise, you'd be dead anyway. But you know, so she's definitely not
Stay here.
built for combat.
Because if I wanted to just be a dick, I could technically teleport down with just under the maximum amount of people I can teleport with, grab the princess, teleport back up, and just macro battery the mill.
That would wipe out half of the city, but yes, you could.
Let's get the
Be a
job done.
possibility.
Indeed,
I'm not gonna do that though.
Where's my payment?
As the city's burning.
The city's just vaporized. I think you mean.
There's a macro betty on the way down to your city. I can disable the warhead, but you're going to have to quadruple the pay.
But that's not gonna fucking matter. It's just a giant slug. Like,
Yep. Hey, it might take out like a few people's
Well,
blocks.
basically, what I want to try to do: hit and run, search and rescue. Not search. Well, technically search and rescue because I'm going to be searching exactly where she is. I'm assuming there's multiple levels, obviously, to this mill, so she could technically be anywhere. But I'd assume she'd be in the mid to higher levels, because assuming that technology of the opposition these extremists would be facing, it'd be hard for them to come in at the top of the mill. So
That's a safe
I don't
assumption.
know. I don't know how many there are, but I should be able to get the jump on them.
maybe try and auspex it for morbid.
That is true. If I can, I'd like to do that. Try to get a more accurate situation report. Of what does it mean?
If you're going to try to do Auspex from orbit, I mean, you're not really going to get Like, you're not going to be able to get aspects that are sensitive enough to, like, pick out individual people through the
Well, I just
atmosphere.
mean-
And,
That's true. I just meant
like, the thing is, you're looking for something very sensitive, but you have such a long distance to do it, and through an atmosphere,
Well,
that'd
'cause
be
I
really
didn't.
difficult.
I just was just wondering because I didn't want to find her specifically. I just wanted to know how many people in general were in, or a rough amount of how many people were in the mill.
Yeah,
You
it
can
might.
ask that
It'd
all
probably
the
take a
time.
little bit of time, maybe like 15 minutes, but they could probably do a more focused just scan to see if they can pick up a bio life there.
That should be good. While they're doing that, I'll just stare at the mill, with standing up, just with my hands, holding my hands behind my back, staring at them
Yeah.
on a little hill. I guess since it'd be nice to get some more intel,
Mhm.
so I don't botch the operation.
Absolutely.
Then again, it could kill her in those 15 minutes.
Let's see here.
A lot of risks. A lot of risks.
I mean, not to meta it or anything, but since you just got the, since you just wrote the message, and it's been like,
They might be so intimidated by me that they kill her.
yeah, but
Just don't roll intimidation, and you'll be fine.
Can't not roll. It's just an aura that
let's see here.
just happens.
You just roll intimidate so well that they somehow manage to get your frigate like right above.
Within the direct vicinity of the mill, you think that, or well, let's see, who would do this? Well, I guess scrutiny again. Yeah, the commissar. Man, he is working for his pay. What the heck is your name again? It's Danzo Koblek will tell you that there seems to be 11 humanoid life forms, none other that he can detect.
Ooh. So unless these are Space Marines, it should theoretically be easy. If we get the jump on them. I really hope for some reason there's like weird off-worlders. They're just Space Marines.
Chaos Space Marines.
Fucking,
Yeah.
oh god.
They're just like, yeah, these weird like, projectile weapons, and it's just like bolters. Like,
Fucking, oh god. Okay, well, if all that, okay, that's good. So I can assume one of them is the princess. So there's at least 10, roughly, enemy hostile combatants. So I should be able to teleport in with the same amount of people. Or technically one more if I can teleport 12, but I think I can only teleport 10 at a time.
We'll save for this, yeah.
you said.
Okay, so I'll be coming in with 9, including myself, so I can teleport back out with the princess and my team.
I mean, yeah, if you want to teleport everybody back out, you'd probably be hopping with, 9 including yourself, right.
Yeah, 9 including myself. Yeah.
You want me to come along, Captain?
I mean, he would be
You
better
just-
combat capable than any of your other people.
It's inside of the window.
What?
It's inside of the window.
Well, yes, technically it is inside. We will be teleporting in and out with the princess, so you can make no contact with her.
I'm sure I'll be too busy killing.
Because I'm sorry, but I don't want to die because of you. So
I mean, I die as well, so it's mutual.
yeah, but I don't want to die, especially because it's something you chose. I don't want to die for that. If I die because of a decision I made, or in combat, that's fine. I just don't want to be executed because you chose to be unsanctioned. So I mean, I can bring you, just don't get out of your full. Can you? Oh, fuck, you fucking look like a goddamn Eldar too, with your armor.
He is,
The giant wings. Like, Just teal colored.
Is it, I don't want to. I don't want to have to exclude you from things because you're a player character.
Because
but
he'd literally be just
really
sitting here for
risky.
the entire session
It
watching
is
you do
really
things.
risky.
I know.
Like, it is
I just
not
figured maybe
something that
since we're pretty much killing everyone but the
princess who can tell
Who-
people what.
Who, if you're gonna continue the contract and escort anyway,
it is
Well,
true that
yeah.
she'll be on the ship.
Yeah, but
so,
you're not necessarily making contact with you on the ship, though. It's a big ship.
and if she's on the bridge, then she's probably gonna meet me at some point.
I mean, I could just exclude you from the bridge.
you can just like a knocking at the bridge door. Let me in. No.
I mean, if you wore like a
I'm
normal.
gonna force one of your crew members to do it for me then.
Jeez.
Like, you do that, I'll kill you. Alright.
I'll vent the entire ship. I'll do it. It's the only way to be sure.
I'll disable the Gellar fields. If you find my soul stone, you'll all be fucked.
It really makes me want to kill you for it, but
I mean, also, like Chad said, I know that like, literally for the Xenos to be sanctioned, they have to have like a mark on them. They're going to be in armor. She
Yeah.
won't know anyway.
if she tells someone, that can literally lead to someone like, that's questionable. I need to make sure he has a mark.
I also want to point out
Yeah.
one thing. You do realize like all of your crew knows isn't, or at least most of your crew knows that there's a Eldar on your ship as well.
Yeah, well, my crew
I
is
go to the
my,
mess hall and
my
everything.
crew. Yeah, no, I know that already. I'm not stupid. My crew's different. She will meet people wherever I'm
Right.
escorting her to.
No, I
I'm gonna be. It's
Right.
very risky. I can do it, but
It's fine. It's just
push
you also
comes to
hired me as a
shove. My
mercenary,
character
so-
wants to live, and
So you're bringing him or not?
well, I kind of feel bad because he's a player character.
Mm.
He doesn't give me a lot of choice, but I'll bring him.
I mean, it's still your decision.
It is
Because
still my decision.
Even if I am a player character, you're still the best player character in Rogue Trader right now. So.
Yeah, but I don't want you to bitch at me for it. So
Alright, so let's get an
That's
idea of our little assault party here.
Me, so now I'm not super huge.
So we got you two, and then you wanted like your standard dudes?
Oh, Gizmo.
It's just
No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't be. What? I'm not gonna. What? Why would I bring murder servitors? This princess isn't scanned.
I'm just picturing it now. Just freaking bisect them. Just like, oh.
No, I don't
Whoops.
want to bring my normal troops. I want to bring
The murder servitors bust out of the granary and start killing all the feudal people.
they launch a fucking catapult at it. It just grabs the stone out of midair, throws it back.
I'm gonna bring my boarders with me.
None of your
Since-
command
I mean-
crew, right?
No, none of my command crew.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring everyone I can on my command crew.
No, I just meant like if you want to bring your guy who like leads assault boarding things or not.
No, just
Yeah.
in case something goes wrong. I don't want
You don't want
him
them
to
dying.
die. If I die, you know, 'cause,
Get out of here, Alma.
I don't want him to. Well, I don't want to risk him dying anyway, since he's really
So too
useful.
many?
But
So 6, 7, 8.
it'll be 9 total.
Okay. So that's the kind of force you're bringing in?
Yeah.
Alright. Copy.
I swear to God, if these guys are like demons and
And
shit.
where
They're just cultists.
exactly are you, So you want to...
Technically, we all have to teleport to the same level.
Teleport to the ramparts,
Right?
kill everyone there, and then go down.
Do we all teleport to the same level? Is that like a thing we have to do?
You teleport as
I
a
think we
group.
probably teleport in a group. Yeah.
Okay. Well, then we'll just go from the top down. We'll just start at the top
So you're
floor.
going to try to teleport to the top level then?
Yeah.
Alright.
Because the higher up, theoretically, the higher chance she's on one of those, the higher levels.
Sure.
In case they try to rush the building and get through.
Absolutely. I can dig it. Alrighty, so I'm gonna move you
You
to
can
the
dig it.
map.
You're the GM. You can dig anything you want. You can dig a giant hole right into this windmill or the mill, and then it just falls into a pit, and then we all die.
Let's see.
I'll die.
That should
It'll
come
be
up
like
there.
the new Star Trek films when they're falling down that giant, horrible hole. And they're just like, we gotta teleport them out. It's just like, well, shit, can't. And Scotty's just like, hi, and he does it.
He's Scotty.
Yeah.
He has to be able to do it.